Welcome to Mixed In Top 10. My name is Christopher Lee, and we're going on with Top 10 Marvel Cinematic Universes. I'm gonna read something, and we're gonna say the reason why we think this is pretty good. This is the synopsis of the movie. So after the death of his father, T'Challa returns home to the African nation of Wakanda to take his rightful place as king when a powerful enemy suddenly appears. T'Challa's mettle as king and as Black Panther, so it gets tested when he's drawn into a conflict that puts the fate of Wakanda and the entire world at risk. Faced with treachery and danger, the young king must rally his allies and release the full power of Black Panther to defeat the foes and secure the safety of his people. I agree. That movie, I remember all that now. That all comes back to me. And wow, he was really, really challenged. And it seems like the Marvel universe of that sanctuary that they had there in Wakanda, it was under, it was going to get revealed, and the secrets were they could get in. This guy was going to screw up everything, and so they needed to keep it. I think it was really challenging. It was really. I think the movie was good. This isn't about how good the movie was. This is how good the universe in that movie for Black Panther was portrayed. I think that they did a really good job of having that be the thing. So that's Black Panther. I really like that. That was actually, and just a side note, it's a great movie. I think they did pretty good. Yeah. All right.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. So
I still need to see it.
Oh, you haven't watched it yet?
No.
It's on Netflix.
I heard it's really good. Yeah.
All right, so for number 9, we have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
It should be higher.
It should be. That was
at least my opinion.
I really did appreciate that movie. That was really good. But the point of this video is, did they portray the universe for Marvel, for how the universe is supposed to work, and staying within all the rules of the Marvel? I think it did well on that.
Yeah, I think it actually has more to the Avengers story with the main bad guy.
Oh, you're talking main bad guy. Blue guy?
The purple.
Oh, you're talking about Thanos?
Thanos.
Thanos.
Right.
I think Guardians of the Galaxy had more to do with the Thanos because they were actually out in the galaxy where he was.
But his dad was, well, like you said, he was the one who created. He had the power to create universes, and created all these planets. And he was he kind of lied to him and told him that his mom was, was what started this whole thing.
Crappy shit, which was Kurt Russell. We'll forgive him for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it was Kurt Russell.
It was Kurt Russell.
But it was a really entertaining movie.
Oh, I loved it.
But I really do believe that they did keep that.
Yeah.
They tried to keep all of the rules fantastic, but they kind of kept them in place. Okay, so our next one is for number 8. We got Thor, Ragnarok.
Yeah,
that was a fun movie. That was really great. What I like about that one is that it for the universe of Thor, it seems like that they nailed that pretty good. He is very powerful, but it seems like in all these movies, it's kind of like in his in-between times where he can't just kill everything that's bothering him.
He can't dominate everything.
Yeah, but he has that ability when all the things line up for him. But these movies are, kind of put him at in some places. We got Spider-Man Homecoming. Now I remember this movie, and I watched it once, and I was really entertained by how they really made. Finally, it seemed like how strong he really is. He is quite. Spider-Man is amazing. The amazing Spider-Man.
He is.
Weird.
Yeah.
Well, because they kind of like the way they do it in the comic book universe.
Yeah.
Is they.
What was it like? How many times amplified is his? Like if you were a spider, what a spider could do, and then so he's a man with
that human size.
Yeah, and then so he's like damn near Superman.
I agree with a lot of people saying how he's kind of like an Iron Man, Spider-Man with his suit and whatnot.
But that's true. But that's the way it happened in the comics. The Iron Man helped him with all that stuff. So his technology is because of Iron Man. So it makes sense.
Yeah. But I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the movie, and I like where they're going with this Spider-Man.
So I think the universe for the Spider-Man has finally gotten to where, because they can do it in the movies, where we can actually kind of feel like we can see what the Spider-Man's abilities are instead of just kind of like learning it as he goes along. So it's pretty good. Yeah. So for number 6, we got Avengers: Infinity War. Is this the movie that really made us angry at the end? So are we waiting for?
Yeah, this is the one that made us angry.
So like all of our friends just seem to have died. So we'll see how this works out in the end. So that we figure out, how this is going to either get reversed.
Spoiler alert.
I already knew that a lot of I knew that a lot of people died in that movie.
Spoiler! 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 Alert! Okay.
I already knew that a lot of people died in that movie.
Well, it's not necessarily dying. Nobody actually.
It's just how it's like. God, how much of a dick does a guy have to be? And I just seen that guy could be the biggest dick ever.
Yeah.
Thanos.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's another thing.
Giant, huge, humongous, ugly, smelly, stinky dick.
You can't get much worse than that.
Like, as far as what Thanos was thinking, he felt like he was doing.
Yes. So he felt like if it seems like everything is there's just too many people, too many beings. If you drop it down by half, then the struggles are better. I guess he's thinking maybe the way that everything gets ruled is more efficient.
Right.
When there's way too many people, it just doesn't work out. And so I suppose in his mind it just all made sense.
To a tiny bit.
Yeah.
To a tiny bit.
Yeah.
Infinity Wars. You can screw off for now until we get Endgame.
Exactly.
I want to see Endgame.
So now, for number 5, this looks like the original Iron Man. And you know what? As far as looking at anything that has Iron Man in it, my favorite one was the original Iron Man movie.
Dude, that's what started it for me.
Yeah, I love it.
That's what started it for me was Iron Man.
And
the original.
And just him being some people say, and I agree, that Iron Man, he might have like a mutant ability. So like we got all these guys that can do things. Spider-Man, he's got something. I think Iron Man for him is that he has an uncanny ability to be incredibly smart and to be very, very quick at his decisions. And so and then just a side note is that he's filthy rich. So, putting all that together, his superpower is that he's so smart and has super quick reflexes, almost like Spider-Man, I would say. So then, with his Iron Man suit and how we have watched him build it and make it happen so that he has physical abilities to go along with his mental abilities. And I think that marriage is pretty awesome. And they really show it in Iron Man, the original movie.
I can see how that is.
Yeah.
How he actually does have that sense, because obviously he's really freaking smart.
Yeah.
And luckily he has the money to back up his smartness.
Yeah.
But for him to be also very intuitive of his surroundings and for him to do stuff that he does.
Right.
If it's any normal person in Iron Suit, they would have been smashed.
Yeah, because his reflexes and his decision making is far faster than all the rest of us.
But I agree though. Iron Man is definitely my number one Marvel.
I like it for this category where it's at, and I just think it's a great movie as far as Iron Man goes.
Yeah.
All right, so now for number 4, we have Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Now, The Winter Soldier, to me, I really enjoyed that movie. That was tense. That was really tense. Watching that whole thing play out, and it's like, oh man, and the drama. So that created some stress that I really didn't. I wish it was all fun and games, but that movie was stressful. But that also created the animosities and the later on, finally, some camaraderie at the end later on. Not after this movie, but it took a while. But very, very serious is a story that needed to be told, and so I agree that it's a good one to be in this place.
And it created the conflict between Tony. Tony and
the Winter Soldier.
First Captain America.
Yeah,
because if you were to actually read the original comic books or even watch the original TV series and stuff like that, they were always at each other's throats for some reason. Like because Iron Man or Tony Stark, he never really saw Captain America as a leader, but the whole team would see Captain America as the leader because of the fact that he was just like he was Captain America.
Yeah,
like,
you're so gung ho.
It's his morals.
Yeah.
His moral standing is like that's epitome of what it is to be.
He never strays from that line.
To be civil, to be independent, to be freedom, to be a human being.
Yep. So for my number 3, we got Captain America: Civil War. Now in this one, after watching the movie, I realized what's going on here. With the government thinks that because of the last video, the last movie, there was all that collateral damage that happened. I mean, the Hulk messes up some stuff. I mean, Iron Man's breaking through buildings and all the things that are the city got messed up by the bad guys coming from a portal from another dimension.
Yeah.
So everything was all messed up, and so they think that these superheroes should be held accountable. Now. Stark thinks that I agree, we're all screwed up. Captain America thinks that we should that superheroes should be left to do what they need to do without the government being the boss of holding them back. And so now they have this feud going on. And so what was it, Black Widow and Hawkeye? They're kind of like, in this movie they're trying to like pick a side.
They're
which they do.
Yeah.
They pick a side.
And I believe it's Captain America's side?
It's kind of indifferent.
Yeah.
I believe Hawkeye chose Captain America's side. Black Widow chose Iron Man's side, but she helps out.
Yeah. So that's that for Captain America: Civil War. I think that this is a good choice for that one. Yeah, that was number 3. All right, let's move on. All right, so for our number 2, we got Guardians of the Galaxy.
Woo!
Yeah, I know this is such a fun movie. It was so fun to watch this.
Freaking Galaxy.
So with these ones, with this one, they kind of introduce all the different. We got Groot, and you got all the different people that they introduce. The raccoon, and we really learned that these guys are a ragtag team, but they don't realize it. But they actually work really, really good together. What they try to, what was it? They got an orb. They come across an orb, and they come across Ronan, who's a powerful villain, right? So to evade Ronan, Quill is forced into an uneasy truce with 4 desperate misfits. We got gun-toting Rocket Raccoon, we got tree-like humanoid Groot, enigmatic Gamora, and vengeance-driven Drax the Destroyer. So he discovers the orb's true power and the cosmic threat it poses. Quill must rally his ragtag group to save the universe. So, great movie. Check it out. Watch it. I think that Guardians of the Galaxy kind of introduced to me the universe that I didn't know really was there, that was actually still part of the Avengers and all this. Is like all these things, like you got Thor and all these things out there, but they did manage to make them mixed in.
I know the movie itself, like the original Guardians of the Galaxy, the comic book, it was very diverse. There was a much different type of team than there is in the movie.
Yeah.
But I love the characters they made in the movie.
Yeah, I agree.
Dance off at the end. I mean,
I forgot about that.
I don't think the type of humor they could have added to that, along with the space adventures, it was, to my opinion, my favorite Marvel.
But what's awesome is that those guys are actually they accidentally do a lot of things good. Like later on in other movies, they can actually take on Spider-Man and Iron Man, they almost messed him up, dude. There was like the Infinity Wars. I think it was like.
I think they could actually go neck and neck with them.
I know it, but
I don't think they actually truly fought.
But the thing of it is that it seems like they accidentally do it good. It's like they are bad at. They have that. I don't know. It's hard to. So now for number 1, we have The Avengers.
Okay.
When Thor's evil brother, Loki, gains access to the unlimited power of the energy cube called the Tesseract, Nick Fury, director of S.H.I.E.L.D., initiates a superhero recruitment effort to defeat the unprecedented threat to Earth. Joining Fury's dream team are Iron Man, Captain America, the Hulk, Thor, the Black Widow, and Hawkeye.
I think the Avengers was the beginning point
Yeah.
of everything finally coming together.
Yeah, bringing in everything. I mean, we had your original Thor
Iron
movie
Man.
and the Iron Mans. So bringing them together and they're all on the same screen. You got the Hulk and everything. And I think they did really good with that. They didn't mess it up so bad. They made it so that you've got your movies that you've already watched and your characters, and they're bringing them into the same movie. And I think that they did that pretty good. Where it didn't. I don't think they messed it up. They made a threat with Loki and everything's like, this is. Okay, so now what? Now how are these guys who don't really work together before, how are they going to work together now? And we'll see. This is kind of like sets the tone for all the other movies of how they interact with each other. And I think they did really good with it.
Yeah. It's almost like, you start a new job and you have all these coworkers to work with and you don't know how...
Who are you going to be friends with?
Well, it's like how you guys work with each other.
Who are you going to listen to?
Finally, bump people out of the way.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the boss. My name's Captain America. Listen to who I have to say.
Yeah.
It gets them to understand how the Avengers actually work with each other.
And I think they did a really good job. So, I mean, I really appreciated the movie too. I really liked it. And if you haven't seen it, it's really worth a watch. You should also watch the other ones too, like the Thor that's all by itself, Thor, and stuff like that.
So there are so many.
Yeah.
There are so many.
So
a lot of movies out there.
If you're really looking to watch it in order, it's like Iron Man.
Yeah.
Dude,
in order.
that would be its own little list to kind of
Yeah.
spout out.
Oh, we should do that. The top 10 order of which you should watch all the Marvel
go in order
movies.
of watching the
Yeah. All right, thank you so much for watching. The list that you just heard is from the top10s.com. And if you don't agree with the ranks, then you have the ability to put your own vote in there. So, maybe your vote will change the list. And if you would like to help us out, you can go to our Patreon page, even subscribe to our YouTube channel. We also have t-shirts. We'll have all kinds of stuff that you can buy that gives us a little spending cash for beer. And all the links are in the description below. And like our motto, because of you, this happened. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.